What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 here for another video review. This time it is Jesse Pinkman from threezero, and you can actually purchase this figure at bigbadtoystore.com. And also Walter White, if you haven't seen that, I also got a review of his I did like a year ago or so. It's also on clearance at Big Bad Toy Store for $99 or $90 now, so go ahead and check it out. Pick that one up, you wouldn't regret it. Now we'll start off with a box. I decided to pick him up. I didn't had any intention to do so, but it was dirt cheap at Big Bad, so I decided to pick him up. It was like $100, so I was like, why not? If you get the pair, it's less than a price of a Hot Toys. And as you can see here, the box is pretty terrible, if I'm gonna be honest with you. This one's actually the back, which is not too bad. It kind of reminds you of the Walter White figure box, but the front side, you saw it earlier, it was terrible. Look at that. It's so dark, you can't even see it, and it's not my camera. It's just like that in real time. It's a horrible design. As far as accessory, it doesn't come with much. So you can see it's threezero, so they come in terrible hands and terrible paint applications. But they're improving. They're improving slowly. This figure has been released for after Walter White. If you remember Walter White, his hands are awful, and he comes with a handgun, a revolver that. Snub nose revolver, I guess. Yep, that's it. The paint app is okay. It's not as bad as the hands, but it's not up to Hot Toys quality. It also comes with 4 stacks of cash, and also a mask. So if you're doing the mask is pretty cool actually. If you're doing some custom things, then you can actually use them. And as far as the figure itself, it is pretty nice. The camera's having a hard time, even in real time, like focusing on this jeans, because it has this reflective material of some sort. His outfit is pretty good. He's not a superhero, so this is like normal outfit that you would see. The hoodie is actually really nice material. The jacket is decent. It feels like it's one of those pleather ones, but the zipper actually, the hoodie zipper works, but this one I'm not quite sure. I didn't even try it. But it doesn't look like it's gonna peel over time. It has this soft material that they used. Overall, it's okay. It's like once again, this is threezero we're talking about here, so their price is on the lower side, so you can't really compare them to Hot Toys quality. However, for what it is, like I said, it's pretty good. You can see the stitching right there. If my camera decides to focus, then yeah, you'll see it. And also, I don't know if you've seen earlier in the hands, they already come with pegs on individual hands, so that's a pretty cool feature. And also the tattoo on his right hand also stems towards the peg, so I guess the uniformity of the tattoo to the peg is, I guess it's okay, it's better. This is an ugly sight right here, so you can see from his boot he doesn't have socks. So come on, threezero socks. He should have put socks on him, but because on the back, on the front you won't notice it, but in the back, I mean, you could futz it around so you can kind of hide that ankle joint, but socks would have been better, I guess. And also there's a nice stitching on the back of his jacket as well. I don't know when was the last time I've seen Breaking Bad, when the season ended basically, so forgive me if I don't remember some of the scenes, or where exactly he wore this outfit, or the mask when he was I guess he was trying to rob someone, but I can't remember for the life of me. I rated Breaking Bad as the best TV show that I've seen, and it's slightly above. For me, the best 3 right now is, or ever, was this, Game of Thrones, and now Walking Dead. I put them slightly above those 2 because it's a realistic sort of TV show. They don't use dragons or zombies, so it's a little bit harder to, I guess, maintain the audience that way. You got to come up with better storylines than just throwing dragons and some sci-fi stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love those TV shows as well, but that's the reason why I rated them highly. And as far as the head sculpt, it's a pretty good sculpt as well. It's again, if you're expecting Hot Toys quality, you won't get it here, but for the price that you're paying this for, it's pretty good. I find the Walter White a little bit better as far as texture and all that goes. I should have cut this thing out too, but you just bear with me. It's only a few seconds right there. But yeah, it's how you put the mask on. There's a lot of blurry stuff, but yeah, you can arrange this a lot better than I did. Just fix it up right there. But yeah, you can use this in various purposes. His eyes are pretty cool. It has nice paint application in there. See that, but overall the texture, I'm not really complaining about it. Even the hairline, the actor who played it has a receding hairline, and the funny thing is he was, I guess, in his mid 30s or 32, 33 when he was playing the part where he's a high school kid. You can see we gotta go up close a little bit. There's, threezero's improving, man. No one can touch Hot Toys when it comes to eyes. I agree with that sentiment, because his eyes are pretty cool, but it looks kind of cartoonish with that green iris around. The paint application is not as good as Hot Toys, obviously, but I guess it's a lot better than most. Even the paint apps on the hair, he kind of has like a little fade going on the side. And the sideburns going on to a beard. He's trying to get a chin strap right there, but nice. It's not bad. Like I said, they even have this freckled texture now, which in Walter White, I think it's a better sculpt because he's older. I always like older the look on the older figures because they have wrinkles and there's a lot to play with. But with a younger guy like Jesse, you got to be, I guess, on the spot. Now they didn't capture this fully, but it's good enough. Like I said, it's good enough, considering that we're lucky that we got Breaking Bad in 1/6 scale anyway from a licensed figure, not just third party. So I'm really happy with that. And I can finally complete the set. Initially, if this came out at around 180, I probably wouldn't have picked him up, because I can live with just Walter White. I can live with that. But since he came out dirt cheap, I was like, why not? Might as well put him on the shelf alongside Walter White. So you can also put the Hoodie, and I feel like this Hoodie is a lot better quality than the Tony Stark Mechanic Hoodie, and that's been popular for customizers. And if you're kit bashing something, like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man back then, you use that hoodie with the jacket of Joe Colton. So this one's pretty good because it has a working ties, so you can actually make it fit on his head or make it loose and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. So we're pretty much at the end of this review, so I'm just gonna put him some poses. This is him holding the gun, so you can put him in different, I guess, looks, because now I took off the jacket, so now he's just wearing the hoodie with his lightning bolt t-shirt. I don't know when he wear this. The only thing I can remember from his outfits was the Aoki, I think, t-shirt, the one that he wore before. I don't even remember when he was, what he was doing with the mask and whatnot. But and I ranked that was the best TV show ever. But there's certain parts where it's boring. Even if you're a big fan of the show, which I am, I got the complete series on Blu-ray. I haven't seen it, still sealed. But there are certain parts of the show where it's really boring. Nothing's going on. I think the first season was I almost gave up on it, but my friend, I caught up, I think, in season 3, and he was saying it was a great show, and I was like, dude, I've seen the first 3 episodes, and I'm just bored to death. And I was like, just give it a chance, and I did. I'm glad I did, because eventually, obviously turned out to be really good. I guess the last season was unnecessary, but it's still pretty good in my opinion. It's not as bad as the ending of Dexter, but yeah, you can see here, you can fit his hoodie as well. And I was saying about the TV show, it has a little bit of disadvantage compared to the sci-fi shows, because they gotta be a little bit more realistic, and for the most part they did, and they kept me engaged even though they're boring at times, and there's some annoying plots and characters. But overall, I'm watching Better Call Saul now. I think the season 4 is about to begin on October, so at least I got, every summer there's nothing to watch, and rightfully so you can get out of the house and actually enjoy outside. And one more post here, this is his kill shot, and he's kind of asking for money. You see that? He turned the gun sideways. That's a kill shot right there. Let's move it up. Elbows bent, gun above his head. Yeah, you're not gonna hit anyone with a kill shot unless they're like 5 feet away from you. That never works. He only comes with like the right hand as well. There's no left hand, which is surprising. But hey, I wish there's more diversity in his left hand. Apparently he doesn't use it as much. I can't think of any more accessory that you can actually, give this guy. So I guess I'm happy with what he comes with. And they also come with a chem suit. I think the 2-pack that they're coming in. I'm not gonna get that. I'm happy that I have these 2 characters in my collection. They're sitting on top of my my Blu-ray collection there, like the box set, and that's it. I'm not gonna go out crazy and buy multiple versions of this guy. Like I'm just playing around with the looks here. You can pose him with just, I don't suggest posing him with just the t-shirt, because you can see all the joints. It's joints galore if you do that, because his elbows are nasty. You can see all the joints and all that stuff. And this is one thing that also bothers me. I guess my OCD just kicks in when the neck is not the same color as the face. I mean, it does kind of blend in, but they're not hot toys, so they're using just, I'm guessing, like generic 1/6 body, the same thing that you can buy on eBay for like $20, I'm sure, because it's shiny. You can see that. You can see it's not the same body as what Hot Toys is using, obviously, I guess to cut cost. And this is him compared to just size comparison to Walter White. And Walter White's still looking pretty good there, man. Looking pretty good. Walter White's a little bit taller. Hands are just, oh my goodness. What is this, like 2010? But I guess even in real life, like Walter White is actually taller than Jesse. But they're in pretty good scale. They look great right next to each other, to be quite honest with you. So if you have Walter White, or if you don't have Walter White, I highly suggest pick him up, man. Pick him. Don't go on eBay, because it's a little bit more expensive. Just go straight to Big Bad. $99. You can't go wrong with that. It's like $100 for a 1/6 figure. And if you are, if you're not happy with what you have, because there's a lot of complaints, like he's a little bit chubby, they don't like the head sculpt. There's a lot of parts here that you can get. And that's it. That's a wrap, guys. This is the review for Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, from threezero. I hope you like this video, and I highly suggest, if you're a big fan of the show, if this was $150, I wouldn't recommend it at all. But if you go to Big Bad, pick this up for dirt cheap. So the 2 figures, even if you don't have Walter White, I'm telling you, pick him up right now. You won't regret it. If you're a big fan of the show, obviously. But he's okay. Not the greatest, but he's okay. He's okay to represent the show Breaking Bad. So thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Give a thumbs up to this video. I got more other videos right there. Just check out my channel and follow me on Instagram. I post pictures there. maybe 3 times a week now. So and also on my Facebook page. So I got no one to discuss this 1 6 figure. So hit me up on the comments and on the Facebook page. So until next time.